have this.
Hello beautiful people, you are warmly welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do the most potent hair growth oil. You've heard me right. These are the ingredients that we need in today's video. I have made this part of the video in my previous video that I've uploaded, but because this is a new one, or because this is the one we did before was the tea, and now we are going to do the oil that you have to use in the combination with the tea. So if you have not watched that video yet, please go and watch the video. And for the sake of those who have not watched the other video, which is the previous one, I am demonstrating how you can make your powder that you need for this potent hair growth oil. If you have already bought my ebook and you already have those information, please pay attention to this video, because you can get something out of these to add to what you already have, because all these ingredients here are in my growth hair oil that I've already made, and I have mentioned some of these in my ebook. So please pay attention to today's video. If you are smart, you can make money out of this video. Okay, so I'm using bay leaves, cloves, and dried rosemary leaves, which I'm going to be telling you the benefit later in this video. But let's watch how I make the powder that we are going to be using for our hair growth oil. Some people were still asking questions from the previous video where I made the tea, that how did I get it so powdered. This is the machine that I use. I use the normal blender that we use at home. This is actually my smoothies blender that I bought, that I use for my smoothies. But then any blender at home that has a good blades can make this work very easy. It's not going to be difficult. So now our powder is ready to make our oil. You see, I put it here because this is something that I use at home for my teas, especially for my hair. Every 3 days I make new ones. So whatever that I need in this oil preparation, I'm going to take it, and then the remaining I'm going to put it down at any time that I need it. So in this oil I'm going to use two different formulas, because again in my previous I did not use two different methods. But when it comes to the powder, you can use with your tea bag or without the tea bag. So I'm going to demonstrate all today in this video. For those who do not have tea bag, let me tell you, you can also do it the other way that I'm going to be showing you, so that if you do not have the money to get the tea bag now, that will not be a hindrance, or that will not prevent you from making this oil. So I'm using 1.5 teaspoon, the teaspoon there, the big one that we used to eat. So I'm using 1.5 because of the quantity of what I am going to be doing today. So it's all going to depend on the quantity that you need to make. But if you are making this small batch, then you don't need so much. Yes, and I'm using avocado oil. Again, you can use any oil. You can use coconut oil, grapeseed oil, hemp seed oil, sweet almond oil, extra virgin olive oil, any oil that you have at home. This is a DIY, so I am very sure that you have all these ingredients at home. You can see my tea resting there, because I've just made it and I'm waiting that tea to get cold so that I can transfer it in my spray bottle. So that is the first method. Okay, this is the first method. So if you are making it, just make sure that the oil is covering all your the herbs. Okay, not necessarily the whole tea bag, because the tea bag I used was a little bigger than the herbs. So if you have a problem with your tea bag, just make sure that your oil is covering your herbs in your bottle. Okay, so that is the first method. Now with the first method, you can just boil water from your kettle, put the oil in a bowl, and pour the hot water in the same bowl that you placed your oil, just like I'm doing here on the screen. The screen will give you a better explanation or a better picture. This way is one way, and another way you can do this is to put it on the fire for a double boiling method. Guys, I love the double boiling method more, because later in this video you are going to see that I am using the double boiling method for my two methods that I am using. So this is the second method. I'm just going to put 1 tablespoon inside here, again because of the quantity of the oil that I want to make. This bottle is small, I can't do more than that. So I'm going to again use my avocado oil. Don't don't be cut up with this oil. You can use any oil that you have at home. You can use different types together, like 2-3 different types of oil together. That is just perfect. Do what you feel like doing. The most important thing is the result. Okay, so now you can see this very method here is my favorite. So with this one, I normally use it for my hair butters. So you are going to see that in the third video that I'll be doing. I'll be making a butter with this very one for you to see how potent this oil is. So because of that, I preferred using it for my butters, but you can also use it for your roots or your scalp. So if you feel like this method is the most potent for you, please do whichever that you think it's what is potent or it works with you. I prefer both, that's why I'm using both. Okay, and then the second method, what happens is that when you finish, you have to strain it, so you will need a strainer for that. So let me go and do my double boiling method and I will be back. Yes, we are back from our double boiling method. For those who do not know what a double boiling method is, I put water in my pan, place it on the stove, and then I place this inside of it, and then it gets infused. If you can see this very well, the first one that we did, you can see that the color has changed. I am going to prove this to you after I have finished straining this oil. You can see that this oil has totally changed. The color is not the same. The first color when we pour the oil on these was it was bright, but now it's kind of thick, or the color has changed from bright to darker and a bit clouded. So yes, this proves to you that your oil has been infused properly and now you can use it. Okay, you can also decide not to put it on the fire and just let it down some couple of days, and then you can use your oil. It's going to be very potent. So that is our first method, and this is what I'm going to be using for my scalp. As I said, if you do not have oil, leave-in conditioner, moisturizer at home, or some of your butters at home, do not use the tea that I know. If you want to use the tea, which I will recommend for you, please use the tea, and then you can use this oil. This is so much powerful that within a week you are going to see a difference. Have you seen the difference? The first one we did this color, and now this is the product you have. With these, I did not add my essential oil. So if you have essential oil at home, I did this behind the camera, I forgot to do it, so later on I remember, so I have to put my peppermint. I love peppermint for my scalp oils because of that sensational, you know, tickling, and then the heat that I get from the menthol effect that I get from it. So all my hair root products are with peppermint. Then this is the remaining oil. I am going to keep it. Again, I'm going to use it for my butter with the other one. So again, you can also keep this whenever you need extra, you just use it. Okay, just fill in that bottle that you are going to be using. So this is how I use my oil. I make sure that I apply the tea first, massage it very well, and then I'm going to use the oil on my scalp. Remember to massage these oils, okay? Remember to massage it properly. You can also use this oil as your heat treatment oil, that you pour a little bit on your and warm it, maybe in your microwave or any form that you can warm it, and then you can apply it to your scalp before you do your washings. It's very great and very good for our scalp. So yes, that's that is the video for the day. And for the benefit, all these herbs that I combine will make you have, you know, the blood circulation. It strengthens our hair as well. If you're having dandruff or flakiness, this oil is going to help you remove all that. And the most part of it is that it is going to grow your hair. If you have a hair falling, your hair is breaking, use this oil. It is going to stop every breakages. If you have a thin hair, my God, this is the best. Thank you for today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.